Chosen one, listen up. What I'm about to share with you isn't just a message, it's a divine warning and a powerful promise, all wrapped up into one. This will hit you hard, like bricks, and if you're watching this right now, it's no accident. God has led you here for a reason. Something massive is about to shift in your life, and it's going to penetrate every part of your being. This isn't a setback, it's your breakthrough the moment you stop merely surviving and start thriving. Make no mistake, this is urgent. You're about to enter a season of transformation so intense that your old ways, doubts, and fears won't stand a chance. The very things you've been begging for, hoping for, and praying for, no longer distant, they are charging toward you like a tidal wave, ready to break through every barrier. But here's the truth you must hear. If you want to walk through this correction for good, you must align yourself fully. You must be ready to receive, to act, and to trust. This is more than just a mindset shift. It's a spiritual awakening, an energetic realignment that will change your destiny forever. Before you move forward, stop, pause this video, and do these 3 things now. Hit that like button to send your faith into the universe. Subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. And type the number 99 in the comments. That number is your key, a signal to the cosmos that you are ready for this breakthrough. If you're truly the chosen one, you'll watch this all the way through because your spirit already knows that this message is meant for you. But if you're not ready, this truth might be too much to handle. This correction is real. It's hitting hard, and when it hits, it will penetrate for good. Let's dive in. This is divine disruption. God said this shift would feel like it hit you like bricks, not to harm, but to halt the chaos that's been ruling your life. You've been spiraling, surviving, and silently screaming for change. Now heaven has heard you. There are times when gentle nudges aren't enough, and so the divine response comes like a storm, loud, forceful, undeniable. You're not being attacked, you're being awakened. Understand this, when God moves suddenly, it's because delay has cost you too much. You've tolerated dysfunction disguised as routine. You've made peace with pain, thinking it was your portion, but God is saying, no more. You were never created to adapt to brokenness. You were born to rise in wholeness. So this divine correction is violent, but only because it's vital. It's the divine equivalent of CPR, because parts of you were spiritually flatlining, and heaven refused to let you die in your delay. Don't misinterpret the force for fury. This isn't wrath, it's rescue. Just like a doctor may have to break a bone to reset it, God is breaking cycles to heal your future. You've cried for elevation, for breakthrough, for next level living, but what you didn't realize wasn't supposed to work. That's why it broke. That relationship, that situation, that plan, it wasn't part of the design. You've been fighting battles you were never meant to fight, and now, in this moment, God is stepping in. This divine intervention is not a punishment, it's a reset. Your struggles weren't signs of failure, they were divine redirections. You've been trying to build on foundations that were not aligned with your purpose. But now everything is shifting to align with what you were truly meant. For you must understand, this reset is not just a temporary pause. This is a divine reset that will reset everything. The timeline of your life is being reprogrammed. Heaven is stepping in to take control, extracting what was never meant for you and infusing you with what was always destined to be yours. The next 72 hours, these next 3 days, are not ordinary days. They are sacred. They are designed by the divine for a total reset. Everything you thought you knew, every plan you made, every move you've taken, this is the moment when it all shifts. During this reset, your only job is to surrender. You are not to strive. You are not to force anything. Be still, rest, let go. Cry if you need to. Sleep, fast. Let God perform the surgery your soul has been crying for. When these 3 days are over, you won't recognize yourself. You will have been transformed in a way that only heaven could orchestrate. This isn't a detour. It's the moment when your life finally aligns with heaven's original blueprint for you. There are moments in life where everything changes in the blink of an eye, and it's not by your doing. This is that moment. This is the divine rewriting of your entire story. What you thought would take years, heaven is about to do in seconds. Yes, it's going to shake you. Yes, it will challenge you. But your nervous system is being calibrated for something greater. Your soul is finally ready to soar. The old version of you, the one who needed validation, the one who begged for love, the one who hustled to be seen, is being retired. You've outgrown that version. Heaven is peeling off those old layers, one by one, revealing your true self. It hurts, it's painful, but this is the death of ego and the resurrection of your truest, most powerful self. God is not rewriting your story based on your past pain. He's writing it from your future purpose. So, when you notice strange things happening, people distancing themselves, doors closing, plans crumbling, don't panic. This is not chaos, this is precision. Heaven is clearing the path for your divine timeline. Every collapsed opportunity is not a failure, it's a redirection. It's a course correction. Heaven is cleaning house quickly, because when destiny calls, delay is a liability. You are not being rejected, you are being rewritten. Trust the author of your story. It may feel like everything is falling apart, but that is not failure. That is alignment. You have been slowly veering off course, but now God is shaking things up to force you back into alignment. Love doesn't let you drift into destruction, and though this realignment is painful, it is the greatest act of mercy you will ever experience. It's the mercy that comes when God refuses to let you stay stuck in something that's not meant for you. To the tired part of you, the one that's been striving, aching, and fighting to make things work, God is saying, stop, you don't need to keep fighting. I've got this, I've got this. You've earned it through struggle, but because you've surrendered to the process, heaven is clearing the way for the blessings that are yours by divine right, and they are flowing towards you at this very moment. What once seemed out of reach is now drawing near, ready to manifest in ways you couldn't have imagined. The doors that were once closed are swinging wide open, not by your own effort, but because divine favor is now on your side. This is not about merit or hustle, it's about divine alignment. The resources, favor, and opportunities you once struggled to obtain are now being redirected into your hands, because you've aligned with your true purpose. It may feel like a storm right now, but the storm is clearing the path for the harvest you've been praying for in this moment of divine realignment. What feels like loss, relationships, jobs, friendships, old identities, is actually gain. You're shedding the weight of the past so that you can move into your destiny. Those things, those people, those patterns weren't built to carry the weight of your calling. Heaven is forcibly redirecting you, not as a punishment, but as preservation. This is not the end of your story. It's the rerouting of it. The turbulence you're feeling is the evidence that divine hands are on the wheel. You didn't miss your calling. You didn't ruin it. You're being rerouted to it. The pain you're experiencing, the emotional unraveling, the exhaustion, the identity crisis, it's not random. It's divine acceleration. You've asked for speed, and God has answered. But with acceleration comes pressure. Think about a rocket launch. The earth trembles, the atmosphere shakes, and everything that isn't fastened falls away. That's you right now. You are in liftoff mode. Yes, it's disorienting. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's also divine. The pain is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of ascension. You are leaving behind lower frequencies, outdated versions of yourself, and spiritual dead weight. You can't carry the old you into this new orbit, which is why it feels like everything is falling apart, but in reality, it's falling into place. The discomfort you feel is sacred. It's a divine signpost that you're on the brink of your next dimension. Don't curse the pain. It's the labor of birthing a new version of you. Every cycle you've repeated, every moment of self-sabotage, every toxic loyalty, every silent, compromised God is shattering those old patterns in this divine correction. You didn't realize how deeply embedded those old ways were in your identity, but heaven did. Now, God is collapsing those structures not just to free you, but to empower you. Patterns can't coexist with power, so they must go. You may feel like you're being stripped bare, like you're losing parts of yourself, but that's not loss, it's liberation. It's the detox before the upgrade. Heaven is pulling you out of every agreement you made with pain, every lie you believed about your worth, every limitation you accepted out of fear. You were never meant to live in loops, in cycles of struggle. You were meant to live in legacy, and this is where the old ways end. What will rise in their place is divine power, not ego, not striving, but sacred, supernatural strength. This power doesn't depend on applause. It's rooted in your true identity, not in your performance. You will no longer live reactionary. You will move in revelation, and the world won't recognize you, not because you've changed randomly, but because God has finally restored you to who you were always meant to be. Heaven is shifting everything in your favor. The flow of wealth, resources, favor, and opportunities that once seemed locked up are now being redirected into your hands, not because you've earned it by struggling, but because you've surrendered to the process. You are stepping into a new era of favor, and you can trust that everything is being set in place for your breakthrough. Enter a season where you no longer chase what you need, it will chase you. Everything that's meant for you, every connection, every opportunity, every resource, will be drawn to you by the force of divine alignment. What you're experiencing right now isn't loss, it's preparation, it's purification. Heaven is setting the stage for you to step into the fullness of your purpose. You are not just enduring labor, you are claiming your lineage. You are an heir, and when the alignment hits, the transfer happens. The wealth you've been praying for isn't coming from your own efforts, it's coming from your obedience. Get ready for blessings to pour in from unexpected places. You'll see refunds, releases, approvals, cancellations of debt, sudden promotions, things you didn't qualify for on paper, but were predestined for in purpose. This isn't about grinding more, it's about trusting more. God is showing you that favor can do in a moment what years of hustle could never accomplish. But listen closely, this wealth realignment isn't just about your bank account. It's about breaking the generational curse of lack. It's about healing your relationship with provision. No longer will you live in survival mode. God is resetting your mind to see wealth as a tool, not a torment. It's not greed, it's grace. And when heaven funds your mission, the world will witness what true abundance looks like. You're not crazy, you're not lazy, you're not unmotivated. You are in the middle of a divine overhaul. What feels like burnout is actually God forcing your system to shut down so He can reinstill truth, energy, and identity into your being. You've run on survival for too long. Now heaven is saying, rest, receive, reset. Everything in your body is recalibrating. That chronic fatigue, that emotional fog, that sense of disconnection, it's not failure. It's your spirit rejecting the old programming. You're detoxing from trauma, from hustle culture, from fake expectations. And yes, it's messy. You may feel like you're breaking down, but in truth, you're breaking free. Let the stillness be sacred. Let the slowness be healing. You no longer have to prove your worth through production. You were never created to be a machine. You were made to embody divinity. Sometimes that means laying flat and letting heaven do the heavy lifting. What comes after this overhaul will be a level of clarity and creativity you've never known before. Don't fight the loss. The people walking away aren't rejecting you. They're being removed for your protection. God is purging your circle, not to isolate you, but to insulate your calling. You prayed for purpose. You asked for clarity. Now heaven is cleaning house, deleting every relationship that distracts, drains, or delays you. You're in a season where proximity is prophetic. Who you allow close can determine your direction. That's why heaven is stepping in. Those phone calls you're not getting, those sudden changes in loyalty, they aren't coincidences. They're divine exits. Some people loved the version of you that stayed small, but your next level requires sacred company. Soon, you'll realize that this purge was the promotion. Your circle may shrink, but your power will expand. God is preparing you for relationships that challenge you to grow, not shrink. That see you as chosen, not convenient. The ones who stay after this purge are part of your purpose. The rest, let them go, bless them, and keep ascending. You're about to enter a new dimension, and with it, a new level of favor, power, and clarity. Trust the process. This is your time, are about to become a frequency, not just a person, Divine energy is being infused into your soul, your voice, your very presence. People will feel you before they hear you. Rooms will shift when you enter, not because you're loud, but because you are aligned. This isn't charisma. This is calling. In motion, every limitation you've ever felt, imposter syndrome, anxiety, shame is being vaporized by this new energy. You're not just walking in confidence anymore. You're walking in divine consciousness. You are now a carrier of presence. When you speak, you won't just utter words. You will release truth, and truth, spoken in love and power, dismantles every lie in the atmosphere. You won't have to prove yourself, you'll just show up. And what you carry will speak louder than any title. Because when heaven backs you, even demons tremble. You are not just healed, you are activated. Every space you enter will feel the weight of that activation. There has been a time lock over your life, an invisible delay that made progress feels impossible. That lock is now broken. Destiny is no longer being held back. The things you've been praying for, crying over, fasting about, they are rushing toward you now. Not slowly, not someday, but now. The divine release has been authorized. What once took you years will now take you weeks, and what took others decades will take you days. Why? Because God is restoring divine time. He's collapsing, delay, compressing, progress, redeeming every moment that was lost, stolen, or wasted. You are entering into supernatural acceleration. The doors are opening, the contracts are aligning, the helpers are arriving. You've wept long enough. You've waited long enough. This isn't hype, it's heaven's response to your persistence. The time lock is broken, and your name is echoing in the halls of favor. This correction is holistic. God isn't just fixing your emotions, He's restructuring everything. Your body is being healed from trauma stored deep in your cells. Your financial ecosystem is being rebuilt. Your belief system is being reworked, moving from fear to faith. This is a full-blown transformation, and nothing is being left untouched. Your health matters to God. Those mystery symptoms, those energy crashes, and those patterns of fatigue, they were never normal. Heaven is healing you not just through medicine, but through revelation. You will be guided to new practices, new nutrition, and new rest. Your body will become a sanctuary of clarity and strength. Financially, you're stepping into stewardship, not stress. God is teaching you how to manage overflow, not just survive lack. Spiritually, your belief system is being upgraded. No more religious fear, no more begging. You are a child of the King, and your faith will move from theory to power. The world is spiraling. Systems are failing. Fear is everywhere. But you will walk in unshakable calm, because God is placing a hedge of divine peace around you. This peace doesn't come from ignorance, it comes from intimacy. The closer you draw to God, the deeper this peace will settle within you. This is the season where you rise above every storm. You won't just endure the chaos, you will be a beacon of serenity, a testament to the power of divine peace. As the world trembles, you will stand firm knowing that the divine frequency within you is stronger than anything the world can throw your way. Know who holds your future. Know who commands the storm. You are about to become untouchable, not because life won't try you, but because chaos won't own you. Your nervous system is being retrained to stay rooted, even in the whirlwind. Your eyes will remain focused while others panic. You will be the anchor in the storm, the calm in the confusion, the light in the darkness. This correction has made you immune to panic. You've been through enough that fear no longer has the power to paralyze you. Now, faith is your default, and when others look to you, they'll feel it. They'll feel that peace, that presence, that divine assurance that no matter what shakes, you remain unshaken. This is it, the last lap around the same mountain. The end of repeating lessons you should have graduated from long ago. God is closing the loop of repetition in your life. No more going back to what broke you. No more rehearsing the same pain. The cycle is done. Your soul has learned the lesson. The chains are broken and the triggers are being healed. You are no longer bound to familiar suffering. That pattern of starting and stopping, rising and crashing, it ends here. You're stepping into sustained elevation. No more boomerang battles. You rise and you stay risen, and the most beautiful part, you'll begin to see the pattern in reverse. What once chased you will now fear you. The enemy that tormented you will retreat at the sound of your voice. Because when cycles end, authority begins. You're not repeating, you're reigning. All of this, the shaking, the silence, the stripping, was never just about correction. It was about preparation for coronation. You were not being punished. You are being positioned. You've been refined in the fire, and now heaven is placing the crown on your head. You are no longer a victim of your past. You are a vessel of divine royalty. This is your coronation season. Your identity has changed. Your authority has been activated. You are no longer just surviving. You are ruling. The pain refined you. The silence taught you. The obedience crowned you. And now, you walk with the wisdom, power, and strategy that only heaven can impart. Wear your crown, speak with clarity, move with purpose, love with boldness. You are a chosen one, a divine ambassador, and your correction was just the beginning. Now comes the kingdom. Welcome to your rise. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but something holy is moving beneath the surface of your life. In this season, heaven isn't making noise, because the most powerful transformations happen in silence. The caterpillar doesn't roar while it turns into a butterfly. Neither will you. God is working in stealth mode to build what others will later call a miracle. Don't mistake the quiet for a lack of movement. The silence is strategic. Heaven is protecting your process from premature exposure. Sometimes, God hides His greatest works not because He's unsure, but because what He's doing is sacred. You are in a divine cocoon, and in that stillness, every cell of your life is being rewritten. In the silence, God is speaking the loudest, not with words, but with outcomes. Things are shifting without your permission, aligning without your effort. The miracle is in the making, and it will be revealed at the perfect time. You are being prepared for what you're destined for. Trust the process redefined your very essence. The person you were is no longer the person you will be. You've undergone a spiritual DNA upgrade, and with it, everything in your life is being recalibrated. The things that once tempted you, that once pulled at your energy, now repel you. What used to drain you now fills you with inspiration. The transformation is profound. And even though you may not fully recognize yourself on some days, trust that you have been redefined for greatness. You've been rewired from the inside out. God didn't just shift your habits or your mindset. He has reshaped your soul. You no longer function on the same frequency as you did before. The things that once held power over you, fear, anxiety, doubt, no longer have any hold. You are stepping into a new realm, one where divine authority reigns and fear is nowhere to be found. What seemed like loss, what seemed like a storm, a disruption, or a detour was, in fact, divine direction. God was steering you all along. He wasn't leading you away from your destiny. He was leading you directly to it. Doors closed, paths disappeared, and relationships ended, not to break you, but to reposition you for what's ahead. This wasn't sabotaged, it was divine steering. Soon, the silence will break. The quiet you've been experiencing wasn't abandonment. It was destiny whispering. When it breaks, when the veil lifts, it will be undeniable that heaven had its hand all over your story. People will see it. They will feel it. Your testimony will thunder through the very rooms you once cried in, and it will speak of nothing but divine intervention. The enemy may have thought he could confuse your plans, but what he didn't realize is that God's mystery is what confounds him, not you. Trust the quiet. Heaven is working in stealth mode. Your miracle is being manufactured behind closed curtains. What seems like stillness is actually the most powerful work happening beneath the surface. God is positioning you, preparing you, refining you, and when it's time, the world will see what's been brewing in the quiet moments. This is a sacred pivot. What you thought was an interruption was actually an invitation to trust deeper than ever before. There's grace in letting go, power in adjusting your sail to align with God's wind. Don't panic when the old ways stop working. Understand that you are being repositioned for a greater purpose. The wind is changing, but it's not for your destruction. It's for your elevation, and when you speak, you will no longer speak from your pain. You will speak from your power. Your voice won't just inform people. It will transform atmospheres. The old fear of rejection is breaking off, and in its place, heaven is releasing boldness into your speech, prophetic accuracy into your words, and sacred authority into your presence. You are becoming a mouthpiece of heaven. Your words will carry weight because they are birthed in fire. This is not about preaching. This is about piercing. Your words will break chains, soften hearts, and shift minds. God is using your mouth to deliver messages that others are too afraid to speak. You are about to speak with such divine authority that even demons will recognize the power behind it. You may not recognize yourself some days, and that's okay. It's because you've changed. The shift isn't coming, it has already happened. You are not just waiting for a change. You are walking in the new version of yourself. You are no longer the person you were yesterday, and the person you are becoming is walking in a divine destiny that no one can take from you. Wear your crown, walk in your authority, speak with your power. The world is about to know that the chosen one has arrived, will be undeniable. Your transformation is not for the applause of others. It's for the fulfillment of your divine calling. You've shed the residue of who hurt you, and you no longer need to prove your healing. You are the living, breathing evidence of it. People from your past may still try to pull you into old roles, into their old expectations of you, but they won't recognize this new version of you, and that's perfectly okay. You are not here to be familiar, you are here to be free. This transformation may feel lonely at first, but that's only because your tribe is still catching up with your new frequency. The people who are meant for the new you will find you, and those who can't handle your growth will fall off. like dead leaves from a rising tree. You were never meant to shrink for comfort. Celebrate your evolution. Don't mourn the old version of you. The old version had to die so that you could live. You are walking proof that spiritual rebirth is real. And the best part is, you haven't even tapped into the full strength of who you're becoming yet. Stop chasing opportunities and start following instructions. You may be waiting for a door to open, but God is waiting for your obedience. It's not a lack of talent or missing connections. The next door is hidden behind that one act of faith you've been delaying. Obedience is not a burden, it's a bridge. God's instructions often seem illogical. Forgive when you're hurt. Give when you're broke. Quit when everything seems stable. But these instructions are coded with supernatural outcomes. You don't obey for comfort, you obey for clarity. Every time you say yes to a divine instruction, heaven moves the needle forward. Your yes has power. Opportunities may fail you, but obedience will never mislead you. Stop asking for signs and start acting on strategy. God is not trying to confuse you, He's trying to train you. What you think is just a small step is, in reality, the exact move that will shift everything in your life. Radical obedience always unlocks radical overflow. And when the door finally opens, and it will, you'll realize it didn't come because you hustled harder. It came because you trusted deeper. The world calls it luck, but heaven calls it alignment. Your obedience is the seed, and God is about to water it with glory. If you feel like God is hiding you, removing you, or isolating you, it's not punishment, it's preparation. Heaven always hides greatness before it reveals it. Isolation is the sacred womb where divine identity is formed. You're not being overlooked, you're being refined. In this space, you might feel invisible, unseen, or even forgotten, but this is where God is the most intimate. When the crowd is silent, His voice becomes clearer. In that silence, He reveals the deepest truths about which you are and what you are called to do. This is not exile, it's exclusivity. Not everyone gets this kind of intimacy with the divine. Don't rush out of this hidden place. Let God do the full work. He's detoxing you from applause addiction, from the need to be understood, from performance-based identity. You're learning to stand without a stage, to shine without spotlights. And when the time comes, your rise won't be loud, it will be undeniable. Your elevation will be quiet, but its impact will echo in ways the world can't ignore. What feels like waiting is actually becoming. The stillness is not absence. It's the preparation for your full emergence. Keep trusting, keep obeying, and when the time comes, you will rise stronger, more secure, and more radiant than you ever imagined. Heaven is preparing you for a purpose greater than what you see now. And when you walk into it, you will know that every moment of silence, every act of obedience, and every hidden season has been worth it. Sat at the circles you once ran in, they no longer align with who you've become. You're not out of place, you're exactly where you're meant to be, on the edge of something extraordinary. You're vibrating on a new frequency, one that resonates with divine purpose. It's not arrogance, it's activation. Your spirit is waking up to the truth of who you are and what you carry. The restlessness you feel, the discomfort in familiar rooms, is the anointing stirring within you. You've outgrown your old environment, and it's becoming evident to those around you. It may feel strange, even disorienting, but this is not a sign of failure. It's proof that you've stepped into something higher, something bigger. Your divine alignment is taking shape, and with it, you're stepping into a rhythm that is uniquely yours. God is making it clear that you are no longer meant to fit into the old patterns, the old roles, the old expectations. Your life is now under divine synchronization. Every moment, every connection, every step is perfectly timed. What once seemed random missed bus rides, unexpected phone calls, delays that turned into opportunities is now being revealed as heaven's orchestration. You're not here by chance. You are here by divine design. Everything in your life is moving in spiritual cadence, not chaotic randomness. The more you lean into alignment, the more miracles unfold naturally. The frequency you've tuned into is one of divine rhythm, and in this rhythm, things that used to take years are now happening quickly, not through effort, but through divine flow. You're learning to trust the interruptions because now you understand them. When something is removed, it wasn't in rhythm. When something is delayed, it wasn't aligned. The rhythm of your life is designed by heaven, and each move, each pause, each shift is for a higher purpose. Trusting in that rhythm becomes peace. You'll walk through life like a symphony, composed, unbothered, completely in tune with heaven's timing. People may still remember you by what you went through, but heaven knows you by what you carry. The labels others have placed on you, broken, black sheep, failure, they are being shattered. God is rewriting your reputation, not with words, but with your very life. Your fruit will speak louder than any gossip. Your glow will outshine any judgment. The shame that once followed you is being silenced. God is shutting the mouths of those who spoke against you, not with revenge, but with the undeniable results of your breakthrough. You won't have to defend yourself anymore. Your breakthrough will do the talking. Every lie, every false label is being reversed. You are no longer the person they once defined you as. You are the chosen, the healed, the risen. God is restoring your name in places where it was once dishonored. And this time, no one will be able to take credit for it but Him. Let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them wonder how it all changed. What God is doing in you isn't just a comeback, it's a coronation. And the very people who once doubted you will have no choice but to acknowledge the hand of God on your life. You've been through the fire, and now you rise. Your new frequency, your divine rhythm, is unstoppable. You've stepped into something that not only transforms you but everything around you. As you walk, you carry the very presence of God. You no longer need to seek validation. The oil on your life speaks for itself. You are not merely existing, you are living in divine purpose, and every step you take is a testament to what happens when you align with heaven's timing. Watched and doubted, heaven was taking notes. Every tear, every struggle, every moment you felt at your breaking point, God saw it, and He was using it all to shape you, refine you, and prepare you for what's ahead. You are stronger than you know, and the very things that tried to break you are now the very things that will elevate you. The places that once felt familiar, the conversations, the environments no longer serve you because you have outgrown them. The things that used to excite you now drain you, and the rooms that once felt like home now feel like cages. This isn't dysfunction. This is destiny calling you to a higher place. Your anointing requires a new environment, and your soul refuses to shrink back into the spaces that once confined you. This awakening, though painful and lonely at times, is confirmation that you are not who you were. You are carrying too much power, too much clarity, and too much of heaven to settle for smallness. The irritation you feel, the discomfort, it's a divine invitation to go higher. Honor the ache to grow. Bless the rooms that held you, but don't stay stuck out of fear of being misunderstood. Your anointing is not for everyone, and that's okay. The place that feels too small for you is proof that you have expanded. You are closer to your breakthrough than ever before, and that's exactly why the pressure feels unbearable. The enemy always attacks the hardest right before the blessing breaks. You are in the final stretch, the last test before the surge. The edge of the outpouring is near, and though it hurts, don't quit now. You've sown in silence. You've obeyed through tears. You've endured every delay, and heaven has not forgotten. Every moment, every battle, every ounce of faith will be rewarded. The surge is scheduled, and your name is on it. The warfare you feel isn't random. It's resistance against what's about to be released into your life. But guess what? You've already won. All you have to do now is stand firm, stand rooted, because the floodgates are opening, and the blessing is already in motion. Stay locked in, stay grounded. The enemy wants you to break right before your breakthrough, but God is whispering, hold on, just a little longer. The next time you blink, everything will be different. And when you look back, you'll realize it was always worth it. This season has been brutal. The tears, the delays, the confusion, it has been more than just a test. It's been a forge. While you felt like you were barely holding it together, heaven was working with surgical precision to extract gold from your grit. What you saw as exhaustion, God saw as evidence that you didn't give up when you could have. Your endurance is holy. Every sleepless night, every silent prayer, every act of faith when you had no reason left to believe, God saw it all. Heaven is honoring your faithfulness, your persistence, and your courage. You are about to experience a divine outpouring that will leave you breathless, not because of the struggle, but because of the beauty that will unfold as a result. You are entering a new season where every trial, every test, and every battle has prepared you for this moment of unprecedented favor and breakthrough. Stand strong. The best is yet to come.